Because we see the most number of mistakes with subtraction of positive and negative numbers, let's practice it in a little more detail. Remember, when we subtract, we add the first number to the opposite of the second number. But in these problems, we have more than two numbers subtracting at the same time. Let's see if we can get this set up and set up carefully. When we subtract, we add the first number to the opposite of the second number. What's the opposite of 4? Negative 4. Then we have subtraction again. So we'll add to the opposite of the second number. What's the opposite of a positive 1? A negative 1. Subtraction becomes add to the opposite of the next number. Subtraction becomes add to the opposite of the next number. Now we're all addition. So let's put the numbers with the same signs together. When I'm adding with the same signs, I add and keep the sign. 8, I'll just copy it. Finally, if I'm adding and I have different signs, I subtract and take the sign off the larger number. That's a lot of steps. Let's try it again in number 2. When we subtract, we add the first number to the opposite of the second. When we subtract, we add the first number to the opposite of the second. What's the opposite of positive 8? Negative 8. When we subtract, we add the first number to the opposite of the second. What's the opposite of a negative 12? Positive 12. Subtraction becomes addition of the opposite of the second number. Subtraction becomes addition to the opposite of the second number. Now it's all addition. Find the numbers with the same signs. Let's put those together first. Those are both negative. They have the same sign, so I'll add them and keep the sign. Copy that plus 12. Now I'm adding with different signs. When I add with different signs, I subtract, keep the sign of the larger number. These are tricky. Mistakes are going to be made. That's okay. We'll keep practicing. We'll keep getting better. Let's try a couple of more. When you do your homework problems, you write the problem down the way it is in the book. Then we change addition so that we change subtraction so that we are adding the first number to the opposite of the second. Change subtraction so that we are adding the first number to the opposite of the second. The opposite of 18, negative 18. Change subtraction so that we are adding the first number to the opposite of the second. What's the opposite of positive 12? Negative 12. Now numbers that have the same sign, let's put those together. Negative 18 and negative 12. When I add, they have the same sign. So I add them and keep the sign. Let me copy that 30. Now I'm adding numbers with different signs. So I subtract and keep the sign of the larger number. Of course, if my answer is 0, it's just 0. Last example. Now let's be very careful here. There's subtraction, but that's addition. We'll treat those differently. How do we treat subtraction? Subtraction becomes addition of the first number and the opposite of the second. What's the opposite of negative 11? Positive 11. This is addition, though. We love addition. When we have addition, we just copy. Now, it's all addition, so look for numbers that have the same sign, and let's put those together. When you're adding numbers with the same sign, you add and you keep the sign. Copy the plus negative 5. To finish the problem, I'm adding numbers with different signs, so I subtract them and take the sign off the larger number. All right, your turn. Go try a few of these on your own. I'll see you later on today.